Okay, what's up, YouTube? You know who it is. This is Spacey Crypto coming at you again one more time. About to give you another video. Remember to leave a like. Remember to share. Remember to subscribe. Also, turn on notifications. Check the links in the description to my social media. They're also at the bottom of this video. So check them out. As I said, guys, subscribe. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about Pulse Chain and PulseX. Obviously, this information, I got this information from the Pulse Chain Telegram. Shout out to whoever shared this on the Pulse Chain Telegram, by the way. This is very informative, and it's basically giving you an update on what's going on, the price to sacrifice for these tokens, bonding curve, whatever, like how it works, stuff like that, right? So pretty much you can see it right here. If you're gonna sacrifice for Pulse Chain today, you're gonna pay $2.81, right? And for PulseX, you're paying 0.005, right? So way down there, right? Still not nowhere as expensive as what you're paying right now for Pulse Chain. It's the same bonding curve. However, it's a longer time that Pulse Chain's been out, right? Pulse Chain Sacrifice been out since July, right? July 16. July 16 was the first day of the Pulse Chain Sacrifice, so that's been out for over 6 months, about 7 months right now. Obviously, PulseX Sacrifice started the 29th, right? And the bonding curve started the 10th of January. So you see this information right here. It's pretty detailed information, basic synopsis of what's going on. And yeah, so these are the prices. And obviously you still have people that are sacrificing in Pulse Chain even today. I mean, it's pretty insane that people are still doing that. But if you check the blockchain, which I'm not going to do in this video, but you can check it yourself. Check the blockchain, you'll see people sacrificing for Pulse Chain. Now, what I want to ask you a question. At this point, now I guess we could say, yeah, we're about 7 months from the initial point of sacrifice. Now, the question I want to pose to people is, are these people over-sacrificing, right? Now, I heard Saint bring up the topic of over-sacrificing in one of his videos. Shout out to Crypto Saint, by the way, Divine Providence. Check out this channel. Yeah, man. So I heard Divine Providence talking a little bit about this and the fact that he may be over-sacrificed, and a lot of people probably did as well. I don't think you can over-sacrifice if you got in the first, with Pulse Chain the first 5 days, and with PulseX the first 10 days, right? If you got in the first 12 days for PulseX sacrifice, first 5 days for Pulse Chain sacrifice, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think you can over-sacrifice. Once you got in those days. The over-sacrificing question comes when you start sacrificing beyond those days. And the farther away from that time period that you continue sacrificing. The time period being the first 5 days of Pulse Chain, the first 12 days of PulseX, right? So the longer, so the farther away from that you keep sacrificing, that's where the question of over sacrificing comes up. Now, looking at Pulse Chain's price right now, $2.81, right? It's gonna be higher tomorrow, right? If you are sacrificing in Pulse Chain, at least short term, you are over sacrificing. At least in the short term, right? In the short term. Long term, like that's, see what I'm saying? I mean, that's debatable. But short term, like you're over sacrificing. I mean, for all I care, Pulse Chain could go to $100, right? For all I care. But I mean, short term, you're still over sacrificing because it's not gonna, I don't care what happens, and people can have their own opinions about this, but Pulse Chain at launch is not gonna be nowhere near $1, not even $1. See what I'm saying? It's not gonna be nowhere near $1. See what I'm saying? It's not gonna be close. right? In my opinion, 1 cent is a more realistic price for Pulse Chain at launch. Or around 1 cent, 1 to 2 cents, in my opinion, is a more, I would say, realistic price point on day one of the launch, right? Because obviously it's gonna pump crazy, but 1 cent to me is a more realistic price point. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be ridiculous like how people are overvaluing it at this point. People sacrificing right now at $2.81. Uh, in the short term, it's not gonna go that crazy. It's just not gonna happen, guys. Like it's just not, right? It's I mean the logics of it wouldn't make any type of sense, and for it in the short term. Long term, yeah, I mean it could probably go to $100. Who knows? Who knows the price, the long term price of Pulsion? Who knows the long term price of Hex? You know what I'm saying? Hex could go to $1,000 for all I care. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very possible. Like we still can't deny that. You get what I'm saying? But short term, if you just think about it, it's just not gonna be this high. I mean, number one, there's not gonna be. I mean, and granted, obviously the liquidity doesn't have to be a whole bunch for the price to go up. But what I'm saying is that you're gonna find that because the liquidity is not gonna be that high, it's gonna in the short term cause the price not to go up as much, because then people that are gonna be, because you're also gonna have people that's gonna be selling, right? People that's gonna be taking a profit. People that got an early sacrifice day one, they're gonna be taking a profit in the early stages. So you're gonna have a lot of profit taking. You're gonna have people that's buying more, people that's staking, stuff like that. So being that you're gonna have profit taking, that's gonna cause the price to not really go to a certain level. You see what I'm saying? Even if it even even with the FOMO and everything, once it starts pumping to a certain level, at least say 5x what people got in for in the sacrifice day one, there's gonna a lot of those people are gonna be selling, right? A lot of those people are gonna be selling because they got 5x. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you put 10K day one, and now you recognize your tokens are valued at 50,000, right? You're gonna, bro, that's a 5x. You know what I'm saying? Like people are gonna sell. That's a psychological number. 5, 10, 15. Those are psychological numbers. So people are gonna sell at those ranges, right? You're gonna have a pretty significant sell off once it goes 5x day one, once it goes 10x and stuff like that. So what you're gonna find is that it's not gonna really, in my opinion, it's gonna find a floor price, which I'm thinking is gonna be somewhere around 10x, uh, around 10x the day one sacrifice. That's what it's gonna do in the early stages. Gonna find the floor somewhere around there, and then it's gonna then after a while, once the chain gets more active, more development starts happening on the chain, more developers start migrating over to Pulse Chain from ETH for whatever reason, based on the fees or just whatever. Like, I mean, like if as long as people start moving over from ETH to Pulse Chain and there's more acceptance of the chain itself, then you're gonna see the price reflect that. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be long term, regardless. It's not gonna be no short term, like Pulse Chain to $1. Like it's gonna take a while for Pulse Chain to get to $1. Do I believe it's gonna get there eventually? Yeah, sure. I think it has potential to go way more than $1, in my opinion. Like it could go even crazier than that. But in the short term, I don't think you should expect too much in the short term, because I feel like a lot of people's expectations are gonna be shattered. Like people are gonna be expecting Pulse Chain to do 100x um, day one, and it's just not gonna happen, right? It's just not gonna happen like that, in my opinion, anyways. But let me know your thoughts and have a great day. Paige Crypto signing out. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more videos in the future. Also, turn on notifications, leave a like, share this video. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Paige Crypto signing out. Peace.